I finished mine. The other one was gray, remember this one? But I made this one for my living room because my couches are brown and I like this silvery thread, and I got it done. Oh, I haven't opened the tissue boxes yet. So, gotta get the tissues out because that's part of the look, you know. People won't know what's happening. I ripped the tissue bag. All right, here we go. Okay, there. Oh, how do you get the first one out? Well, I got the first. Okay, I'll use them. I'm not going to throw them away just because they're ripped. I'm still going to use them. Just trying to get, they're so tight in there, I think. Okay, there we go. Now it's going to go good. Okay, there. And I'm so proud of myself because I improved. When I crocheted the first one, the pattern, this top piece was way longer. And so I had to just tuck it under and sew it under there, you know. But then it was wasting yarn, and then I used one whole skein, and I had to buy another one to use part of another skein. And these pillows were bigger. So I just want to buy one skein. This is that Walmart yarn that's like $2.97 a skein. I don't want to pay $6. I just want to pay $3 to make them. So I did the right measurements, and I cut this part down, and I made the pillows smaller. And then it will use one skein. Now, maybe those people that did the pattern are in cahoots with the yarn people, and they want you to buy more. Just thinking. So I got it done, and I'll take it downstairs. And there's one thing, you're supposed to crochet a string and then put it here. This one has it. And tie it. But I'm thinking I'm going to put elastic, just a little thin elastic through here, and tie it, and then that would be better. So I'm improving their pattern because, you know, maybe they didn't know as much as I do. No, I don't know. All right, now, I got to show you what else I made yesterday. I got this bottle it was just a plain glass bottle at Dollar Tree. Of course, it was $1.25. And it was gray. Remember, I used this and used the heat gun and took the thing off the bottom. Well, I bought these on Temu diamonds. I have a whole kit here. When I did my bathroom downstairs, if you haven't watched my bathroom remodel, it's not a remodel, it's a redecorate, then go find that video and watch it, because my bathroom, I got Temu wallpaper and wallpapered my bathroom and everything. I didn't wallpaper behind the toilet. I think that would be disgusting. And if your toilet sweats and stuff, you don't want, I don't know how they do wallpaper behind toilets. But anyway, you could go look at that video. And I did all of the glitter and charm. But you can buy from Temu these sheets of glitter diamonds, and they're sticky. Oh, I bought a lot of them. You have a bigger sheet, or you could buy the half sheet, and then you buy the rolls of diamonds that stick, and you can buy it in a whole bunch of different sizes. Like you can order the fatter ones, and then you can order mirrors by the yard, and to disco your ball. And you can buy just diamonds by the yard that don't have there's not a stickiness on the back. And you could buy these to glue on your glasses. Yes, I did it on one pair. So you can do that. And then they have crystals, all kinds of plastic or glass crystals. Oh, and here are these ones that are wider, sticky. So I kind of overbought because I didn't know really what I was going to do with them. And they have different colors. Like these are like, you know, iridescent, kind of with colors. But anyway, just look up rhinestones and you can get all this stuff. So this is my rhinestone kit. So anytime, because I love sparkles and diamonds and rhinestones. So anytime I find something that spurs me, like I could diamond encrust it, then I do it. And it's not perfect because it's on a curve. You have to be tricky, but I love it. It looks good to me. So I'll put it on my dressing table with all my other Clutterbuck stuff that's beautiful to me. And look behind. It's all different. Now, I have ordered personalized order metal sign from Temu, and it's going to go right up here. It's black and white. Material Mom. I ordered 2 of them. Oh, Angela Burton, Material Mom. So my name's going to go up here. So, but I haven't got them yet. I have 4 Temu orders coming. And, you know, when I was on my trip, I kind of just didn't think about Temu and order from Temu. So, that's why I don't have an order now, because I was on my vacation. All right. And so we have a lull in packages. But I did this morning, I did something new. My grandson Grant said to go on Shein and order and compare. So I did. I really did it. And I set up an account in my other name so that I could get the new membership discount. So I looked on Shein and got what I wanted. And then I looked on Temu to see if they had the same thing. And most of them they did. So it's the same thing, same pictures even. So I'm going to add up both things, and then when the order comes, and then we'll talk about which one was cheaper. But there's certain things on Shein that I don't like, and Temu does. Their whole website. Like, you know, when you order something from Temu, then it says purchased once on there. They don't do it. And then all the people in the comments said that their Shein's returns are not good. You return them and you wait and wait and wait for your money and you don't ever get it. So don't even return it, regift it. And then it's weird because I ordered, you know, and everything's in your cart and then you pay for it and stuff. And it seems like on Temu, you can look at your cart with that order and look at everything. And on Shein, it's funky and you can't do it. And I wanted to print out what I ordered and stuff, and I couldn't do it. I don't get their site very good. It's probably me, not them. So today, Jamie and I are going to go to our temple, our church temple, at 3. So I have about 2 hours. But I got all ready because I'm not going to get dressed in pants. You have to wear a dress to the temple. So out of respect, look your best. And so I just got dressed for the temple, and then I won't have to do it twice. Because I don't know about you, but getting dressed twice and 3 times in one day is tiring. So, all right. Last night, Jamie and I were talking. Okay, wait. Before I get into that, what else are we planning to do? We had plans today to do stuff. Go up to the treehouse and stuff. It snowed an inch last night. So, you know, everything's wet and cold and muddy. So that changed our whole plans. So now we're both just sitting in the house, being lazy. No, I wasn't being lazy. What I did was I printed up all the bank statements and stuff so I can add up how much our trip cost. Kind of scared. I'll do the gas separate and then our shopping separate and add them all up because I don't usually do that. But I want to find out this time because gas was so high priced. So I'll let you know what it cost. That will govern if, well, my grandson in Rock Springs is a senior. He's graduating. And so I'm invited to his graduation party. And Emily goes, just drive the RV down here and, you know, park it and stay, which would be good because her in-laws are coming and they'll probably be staying in the house and stuff. So if we have our RV, that will be better. So I might do that, and that's May 22nd. So that could be a little trip in the future I'm going to plan. And then Autumn, my granddaughter, is having her baby shower on the 14th. Maybe I'll film a little of that. But I got to get her present ready. So I thought, I know when I get all the baby things laid out on the bed and stuff, I will film it. And that will be fun to see all the baby things. But I ordered some new baby things from Shein. And I don't know if they'll get here by the 14th. But I can give them to her when she has the baby, because I like to take a gift then too. So I could give it to her then. It won't matter whenever I give it to her. She'll be happy. So, and they want me to make my little miniature mini cheesecakes that I make. I showed a demonstration on here. You can look at the video and see it. A vanilla wafer. You make the cream cheese, sugar, you know, cream cheese stuff, and put it in there, and you bake them. They're in little cups of, you know, the cups. What are they called? Cupcake cups. And then you put her theme for the shower is strawberry. So we grow strawberries, and I have a freezer full of strawberries. So I said, I'll make strawberry ones. And they want 48 of them. So I'm going to make those. And then I'm going to make strawberry punch, because we have all those strawberries. You put them in the blender and mix it with 7-Up and maybe some strawberry Kool-Aid and make a punch out of it. It'll be good. So that's what I'm going to take. Anyway, it'll be fun. So that's my month so far. Not very full, is it? Well, we got a lot to do out there. We got to take the trailer around and take all the patio furniture off. And that will be the next thing. But you don't want to do it when you know it's going to snow tomorrow. So we just have to watch the weather and do it. Okay, what I'm going to talk about. Jamie and I last night were reading our comments again. And then it occurred to us that the people who complain about stuff, they get the better treatment. Why is that? They get what they want. That shouldn't be that way. Now, Carolyn, my sister, worked in a veterinary office. And she said, you know, it makes me so mad because we have nice people that come in and are polite and nice and understanding. And then you have people come in, the Karens of the world, I guess nowadays we call them that. And they come in, or they call, and they complain and yell and what they want. And so what do? We give in to them because they're throwing a fit. And she said, why is it that way? It should be that the people who are nice get all the good things, and not all the benefits, or the first appointments, or the, whatever is good, instead of the complaining people. And I'm thinking, how come it is that way? And the saying, the greasy wheel gets the grease. That's what the Karens are. And, I mean, wouldn't it be great if the mean people had to be last? You're mean, you were rude, so you're going to the end of the line. I think that all companies should do that. And if you act like a Karen, then la, 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 I'm not going to listen to you. And that's how all companies should be. And then I'm thinking about the nice people. They should be rewarded, and they should get in the front of the line, and they should be able to, you've seen all those Judge Judys and those shows like that, and those, people who sue all the time. Out in Brookings, we were in one of Carolyn's neighbors, that somebody from California moved up to Oregon, and they bought a fancy house, and she is known to sue people. So she put a big spotlight on the neighbor's house, and the lady had to call and say, the cops came and they said, you can't put a spotlight and cameras on your neighbor's house like that. So then she made it, and now the lady's going to sue her for some reason. And she has 3 lawsuits going on right now. And I guess she moved from California because they told her she has sued so many times that she cannot sue anybody in that state again. I don't know all the in particulars, but anyway, that's the story I heard. Sue happy so they can, that's their jobs, I think, in life. So I just think we all need to be nicer. And then, and if people are mean to us, you just tell them, you're at the end of the row now. It's like when Trevor calls. I love this story. Trevor had some problem with some company and stuff, he's had several. So he'll call them and get what are they called? Customer service or whatever. And he'll tell him his problem. And they just kind of like put him off or put him, whatever. And he goes, do I have to say the F word and get mad? I could do that if I have to. I don't want to do that, but I can say the F word if you don't get my point and you take care of me. So maybe we should just say that. You know, I could swear and be really mean, but I'm not going to, because I hope you would treat the kind people better, you know? So I always think about this too. You see people that, I don't know if this has too much. I got to think about this. In heaven, when we get to heaven, I hope the people who had to suffer on earth, like I do believe the people who have a disability and, you know, born with something, that they are going to be beautiful in heaven. And I hope the people that are the nicest are the most beautiful and rewarded people in heaven. And all the Karens and the mean people and the bullies and the people that were like, you know, even the people that are beautiful and think they're so great and they go to plastic surgery and get all the beautiful, you know, their nose done, their everything done. And then they think they're so beautiful and great, and they look down upon us that aren't perfect or aren't beautiful. So I hope those people, all of those people, the switches, the roles reverse, and then they are the ones. If you're mean, then in heaven you don't get as good. And if you are, you know, getting all that plastic surgery to be beautiful, you're going to look just the way you were before. And the people who are like homely and had to deal with, you know, problems that we all don't like about ourselves, then that will be improved. Like the glamour shots, we'll have the glamour on us. And those other people, the mean people and everything, they will have the reverse done. But I'm sure it's not going to be that way, maybe, because God is perfect and he'll have his own rules. And then I think about, you know, it was a sacrifice to my body having babies, all of us that had babies. Of course, when the mother of the foster children I had, she had 4 children and she was just a beanpole. I just think, how did she have a baby? And look at her, she's so teeny and her stomach's flat. And how could my stomach stretched out and got all stretch marks and stuff, and how come hers didn't? And I, you know, I have stretch marks over my belly button, clear up there. And I know my second husband's stepdaughter, she was my friend, and she was pregnant, and she showed me her pregnant belly, 9 months pregnant, big. She's big. No stretch marks at all. Just beautiful skin on her belly. Well, that's not fair. And then, you know, when you do get big pregnant, some people, it's like they get a herniated stomach muscles and stuff. And this one lady told me her daughter, if she ever wants a flat stomach again, she has to go in and they have to sew the stomach muscles back together because I don't know if that's true. And if I think, well, that's what happened to me too. I think people that have that stomach issue, maybe the stomach muscles got pulled apart and we need them sewn together. Well, we need to get rid of we need liposuction too, to lose weight, to get rid of the fat cells that are there. But having babies was a sacrifice. So I'm hoping, since we had babies, and in my belief is that those spirits in this pre-existence, before they were born, they need to be born to the earth. And, you know, if you have a good home, then you should have babies. I know some people are going to say 2's enough, 1's enough. I know all that. That's fine for you. And some people, don't you see, I'm glad you didn't have any babies. I'm glad you didn't have children because you couldn't handle it. And then you see some, you shouldn't have had any children because you're a horrible mother or father. So we all have that. But anyway, my belief is that I will be blessed with having my children. Even though I sacrifice my body, then I will be blessed even more. Of course, then some people could say, it's your own darn fault. Your body looks like you do. You should go get to the gym and lose weight and go to the gym and work out and work out. And I always wondered if I was one of those, you know, fanatical gym people and went to the gym and had a coach that, you know, told you everything to do to get in shape, and you just worked really hard and hard and hard. Would it work? It won't make your boobs perk up, so I know that wouldn't work, but the belly, would it work? I think I'd still have to have surgery because, I don't know. I wonder about that, but I probably don't have enough energy, and I'm too old now to go to the gym and live there and do everything. I could probably improve, yes, but not. My door is slowly opening. We have a ghost. When that happened in our old house on the ranch where Elaine's dead wife was living, you know, she died in the house. If anything happened, I always think, Elaine. But like one time I'm in my bedroom and I'm home alone. And all of a sudden I heard her piano playing. I'm like, and then I said, all right, it's probably just the cat on the piano. I told my mother this story and she goes, are you sure it was the cat? Yes, it was the cat. I do believe that you can have visitations from other dead people or something, but it wasn't. Anyway, I was glad when I got out of that house, though, and got my own house, because I felt bad in the kitchen cooking, and I know his children are looking at me thinking, my mom used to be in the kitchen. I used to be my mom in there. You, stranger lady, are in my mom's kitchen. They probably thought that. That's sad. It's making my nose run because it's sad. They lost their mother and they were, you know, teenagers. So I know that was sad. And then I brought all my stuff in and my kids and tried to take I wanted my cooking stuff and not hers. So I think I had that right, to have my pots and pans and my cooking dishes and everything. So we moved hers out and gave them to the grown daughter and stuff, whoever wanted it. And then my bedroom, I deserved to have my bedroom the way I wanted it. And she had it orange and peachy colors and stuff, and I was a pink person and burgundy, so I redecorated that. And then, but I waited in the living room. I didn't do anything for a long time. They had some pictures, you know, the Four Seasons pictures on the wall, the long ones. And the sun had shone on them so much that they were so faded and they were so ugly because they were all faded and it wasn't pretty. So I told Jamie, let's put your bear skin, you know, because he shot a bear once. Sorry, hunter people that don't like to be hunters, vegans and everything. But the bear was about ready to kill his son. The son was walking up in front of Jamie, and Jamie saw the bear coming down, and it was a real old lady bear coming down. He didn't know that then, but, and then the bear rose up to get Todd, and Jamie saw it, and then he shot the bear, and then Todd turned around and goes, Dad, did you see that bear? You know, or something. It was funny. But that bear would have got his son. And so when you're in that circumstance, it's okay to shoot the animals. So don't come down on me about that. So he paid money and had it taxidermied. And so it was down in the basement. And I said, Jamie, because you pay a lot for that, and not everybody has one of those. And if you go to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, we went in all those stores, and the price of a bearskin taxidermy bear is like a lot, $2,000 to $7,000, depending, you know. I can't really remember, but I know. And so I'm thinking, that's worth a lot of money. Bring it on up here. And so he was happy to mount it on the wall because his mother-in-law, she was still alive. Elaine's mother still lived in town, and she was still alive. And she came over and she goes, oh, I just hate dead things hanging on the wall. So I know that's true, that people do hate dead things hanging on the wall. So I know that. But some people like it. We have this controversy on my comments all the time. So you do what you do, and you are what you are, and what makes you happy. And so then the living room, his living room, I waited a while. And then he made a beautiful, you know, my fireplace downstairs, how he made the brick and did the whole fireplace beautifully. Well, that house had a beautiful fireplace too, because that was his job. He did brickwork and the masonry stuff. So anyway, that fireplace was beautiful, onyx hearth and everything. Well, they had it arranged so stupid, and the couch was in front of that beautiful fireplace. That was like the centerpiece of the room. And I said, Jamie, why do you have that? Why is the couch in front of your fireplace? And he said, well, we had the Christmas tree over here, and so, you know, we moved it over there, and they never put it back. So I rearranged it then and put so that the fireplace was the focal point. And then the other problem with the room was, let me think, the hanging light in the living room. They had a hanging light right in the center, and it was really ugly, like kind of early American, that style with those lampshades. I don't know. It was really ugly. And so for Christmas that year, I wanted this beautiful brown crystal looking light. Because, I'm like, to me, your hanging lights, your light fixtures are like earrings to the face. So I wanted a pretty one. So for Christmas, he gave me that. So then Jamie's hanging it. And then Clint, he was like 14 to 13 or something. I don't think you should change anything in this living room. I don't want anything changed. And that was sad because I know he didn't. It was like his mother. And so every time I changed something, I don't think you're allowed to change anything. Yes, we are. But it was sad for him. So I tried to do it slowly. But that's what happens when you have blended families. They don't blend very well. That's a whole nother subject. I did a video on it, but I erased it because it was hurting people's feelings. But the difference between two families, my family and his family, and I'm sure you've seen some of them, like my family, we were taught to dress your best and your appearance mattered. And here they're just farmers and they don't even think about that. Which is right? I don't know. I don't think that you should, I don't buy, name brand things and stuff, but I do think you should not wear your pajamas to the Walmart. Hate when people wear pajamas and slippers out of their house. Sorry, but I don't like that. And then his family, they were very good people, very good people. And, it's not that one's right or one's wrong. It's just that we did things differently. Like they made their kids eat everything on their plate. You have to eat all your food. Wasn't that kind of mother. I didn't have that rule. So then when Hillary, she was 7 and she didn't eat all her food and then she's getting ready to leave and the oldest boy goes, "You can't leave till you eat all the food on your plate." And I said, "I don't have that rule." Because my mother taught me, she was a little fat girl. And so she taught us to eat when we're hungry, not all your food just because you took, you're going to be fat if you have to eat everything in sight and everything. So she didn't make us. If we were full, we were ended and we could leave. So then that's the rule I had. And so we have rules for what we were grown up to be and stuff. And so we had to get used to all of that. And so that took some time, but I never told Jamie's kids what to do because they're teenagers. And I knew if I said, "Go do that, da, 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 da," or something, they would say, "I don't have to mind you. You're not my mother." So I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't tell them what to do. I would tell Jamie, they are going to need to start doing their own laundry. So, because my kids did their own laundry, so I thought they need to learn to do their own laundry. So then I made them start doing their own laundry. It was easier that way because then, everybody has their own load and then they take their load out and go fold it and put it away into their room. So, and then his kids, they were more spoiled than my kids. They got their own rooms. Each of them had their own bedroom because they had a huge house, just like this one, but it was older, 70s built. But it was a huge house with the same square footage in the basement and everything. So they all had their own bedrooms. For Christmas, they would get so much spent on them, $300 each, a lot. And my kids, they had homemade things and, what was on sale. Or my rule was Santa will bring you what he wants you to have because I couldn't let them choose what they wanted for Christmas. I couldn't afford that. And then his kids, like I would not buy my kids pop unless it was the picnic or the, a special dinner or something. They didn't, but his kids just got to have pop in the fridge all the time or juice or whatever, or special things they wanted, like one boy just loved yogurts. And so they bought just yogurts for him. And I said, "Jamie, that's not going to fly because in my family, if you buy yogurt, for one kid, they all get it, not just one kid, you know. That's not fair. And so I had to make it fair for everybody. And then, sometimes, like Jamie and I would have a special food item that was just going to be for us in the bedroom or something. And then they thought it was theirs, and then they're eating it. So then, you know, like my diet pop, that's for me. I didn't buy that for them. And one of them goes, we don't like diet pop. We like real pop. I'm like, well, that isn't yours. You know, it's fine. And then like my baking cupboard, my kids knew not to get in my baking cupboard. Chocolate chips and the nuts and stuff are for my baking. You don't snack on them. Different rules for different kids. So he had an abundance of food, though. A huge pantry. And he made those kind that you put the can up here and it rolls down and rotates. And he built all this beautiful pantry. Now I don't have that. And I went in that room and whoa, he had cases of pie filling, cases of every kind of vegetable, all the cans. It was like a grocery store. I have a lot now, but I don't buy spinach, canned peas. There's certain things I hate, so I don't buy them. But they liked them, so they bought them all. So they had more. But it was like a baker's dream in that closet. And then we had like 5 teenagers. We had Todd, Clint, Trevor, Tyson, 4 teenage boys. They were big eaters. And we had cows we milked. So I had all the cream and milk I wanted. And so then I just would cook big meals because he took all my boys and his boys and they were building houses all day. So when they came home, and I just had the 2 little girls, it was summertime, you know. We married in June. And so he came home and I would have a beautiful dinner every night for him. And Trevor, still to this day, I remember coming home. I couldn't wait to get home and eat dinner. And I walk in the house, it smelled so good. And dinner was so good. And I had a dessert every night. And then I started gaining weight. I was fatter than I am now because I gained the most I ever did, not pregnant. And I said, I had this dream that I was just kept eating that cream and bacon with cream and stuff. And I got so round and poly that I started floating to the sky. That was my dream. And that was my wake-up call. That's going to happen to me, which is stupid because if you get fat and heavy, you're not going to be floating up there. But I was so round, I was floating. So that was it. The next day, I started on my diet and I lost to 150. So that was good. And I want to be that again. So I'm doing good though, except do I want to walk today? Freezing out there in the snow. But I'm going to do it. I'm doing pretty good because I have phentermine now. It gives me energy. It makes me talk more. Well, I drink energy drinks too to keep me awake. And I don't do both. You do one or the other. But I am a talker anyway. But I don't have any friends. That's probably why I talk on here. I know I do have one. Nancy's my friend. I need to call her and see how she's doing. Okay, so I'm going to go because I told you about several things. And be nice. I don't like be kind when people say that, really. It kind of, you know why. I'm going to tell you why. I know it's good to say it. But why I don't like it is because Ellen DeGeneres on her show, she always had that at the end, be kind. And she wasn't kind. She was mean to people, scaring them and being mean. That one show she had that put pranks on people and hurting them, and she'd laugh so hard and stuff. She wasn't nice and kind. And you heard later how her crew members working on the studio, she wasn't nice to them. So then when I see be kind, it's like Ellen DeGeneres. So I like be nice. I like be nice is better to me. Because we all need to be nice to each other. And don't be and then if you are in charge, if somebody is being wrong and a Karen and a, biatch, then make them go to the end of the line. So all those people will learn. If you are squeaking and, making a fit, you don't get rewarded. That's how it should be. If they're children too, if they're acting up, all right. You didn't, that was with Hillary. That was her best punishment. All right, Hillary, you're naughty. You don't get to go shopping. You're at the end of the line now. That always worked for her. Plus, maybe it'll teach people, these nowadays kids, that they're not, it's all not always about them. It's about other people. Serve others like Christ taught. So, and I want you to think about something else. When you're buying the Christ picture, I mean, I do it too. Christ stamps and stickers, and it goes through the mail and they stamp it. I think that's kind of sacrilegious. Stamping Jesus' face? No, I don't want stamp stickers. And then Jesus stickers. And then what about spending a ton of money on a Jesus statue or Mary and Joseph or whatever? I know it reminds us of them, and I want a picture of Jesus in my house and his statue, because then he's like a family member. Like a family member, you hang the pictures and stuff. But I wonder what he would say about spending lots of money on pictures of him. I don't know. Maybe he'd say, good, paying a picture of me in every room of your house so you remember me. I don't think he'd be like that. I think he would be like, remember me in your heart and burn me in your brain. It was burnt in my brain forever, Jesus. No, you know, I like to say burnt in my brain forever, because when I was watching the Gibb brothers and Barry Gibb was getting interviewed, and he talked about his, I think it was Andy, his brother, dying, and they drove away. And, you know, it's so horrible when you go to those funerals and then you have the graveside and then the casket's left there, and then you drive away and they're all alone, left there. But what's worse is watching them put it lower in the ground. My mother, she was buried with my dad at the VA cemetery in White City, Oregon, by Manford. Anyway, because my dad was a veteran. So then the wife gets to be buried with him. So then here they go. They do it right in front of you. Here comes the backhoe, right in front of you. And they start burying it. And I just started busting out crying, because I just didn't like to think of my mother in the grave. I had to leave. So I don't know what's better. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. Barry Gibb said when he was leaving Andy's cemetery and seeing that he was his little brother, you know, seeing the casket left behind, they all left, and he said that visual of that burned in my heart and my brain forever. He said something like that. I can't quote him because I can't remember, but it was burned my brain forever. So how many things in life burn in our heart, in our brain forever? My mother's casket going down. I could make a list, but maybe we don't want to. We want to forget some of those things and think of happier things and be nice. All right, that's my morning talk show for today. And I don't know if I'm going to get 2 videos today, because I don't know what else I'm going to do. I will do something, though. Maybe I'll do the baby thing, because I got to wrap her present by May 14th. So, all righty. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Bye.